I am so sick and tired of this Nigeria versus South Africa debate. Am I the only one that's tired? Because I'm really tired. But I think a lot of South Africans and Nigerians don't realize that you guys are fighting the same problem. You guys have the same issue. You just don't realize it. The difference is that in South Africa, the black South Africans can see the foreigners that want to take their land, that have taken their land, taken their resources. They have seen them. The thing with Nigeria also has the same problem that South Africa has, but the thing is that Nigeria is more covert. It's not direct. It's very indirect. I'll explain. Yes, the advantage Nigeria has over South Africa is that you have more Nigerians, more blacks involved in the economy. So that's kind of a positive. But the mass resources in Nigeria is not owned by black Nigerians. It's not owned by Nigerians. It's owned by Westerners. The thing is this. The Nigerians that are controlling these resources, they are the face. They have the Nigerian face, they have the Nigerian passport, but they are European, they are American by interest. They are Nigerian in physicality, they are Westerners in interest, they are Chinese in interest. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. So when I see South Africans and Nigeria coming online to insult each other, calling themselves drug dealers, kwere, all that stuff, I just laugh and I'm tired. Because we are both fighting the same battles. We are fighting the same battles. We just don't realize it. But you see, this speaks to my issue here with black Africans in general. The average black African will easily and happily fight himself. The black African will happily unalive another African. He will happily take out another African, bring down another African. Because South Africa and Nigerians, you guys are all black. Let's be honest. You can fight yourself, oh, I'm Nigerian, I'm South Africa. When you step outside the borders of Africa, you're a black man, you're a black woman. End of story. So stop that shit. And this is something I want us to understand here. Something we need to understand. Nigeria and South Africa are fighting the same problems in their countries. It's just that South Africa is overt, Nigeria is covert. The resources in Nigeria are not owned by Nigerians. They are owned by Westerners. The oil in Nigeria is not owned by Nigeria. It's not even owned by NNPC. The government of Nigeria has sold oil into the future to the West. How do you think you're getting all these loans? How do you think you're getting all these things? You had to mortgage your resources with high interest rate. You can't pay the interest rate. You're going to sell oil to us for the next 5 years. That's why Nigeria has a lot of oil, but it's not growing because we don't own it. And the West places puppets to make sure these interests are protected. So Nigerians need to understand that Nigerians and South Africans need to understand that you are both doing and experiencing the same things. You're both dealing with the same things. Wisen up. Stop fighting and try to solve these problems as one, because we are all dealing with it. While blacks, South Africans and Nigerians are fighting, the whites are laughing. Because you're making their job easier to take and steal and destroy and divide. It begs my question: why are blacks so horny to want to fight each other? You know, why are blacks so quick to want to fight each other and take out each other? It just bothers me. Like, why are we so interested? Because the average black South African will happily fight another black African, but will be very mute and quiet about the foreigners, the white foreigners that are actually killing you and taking your land. The Nigerian will happily fight a South African, fight any other black African, instead of challenging the Westerners that are indirectly taking your resources and taking your land. The Chinese are taking over Nigeria. The Nigerian man will not challenge him, but he will happily fight a South African online. So while Nigeria, you're pointing the finger at South Africa, while South Africa, you're pointing the finger at Nigeria, the foreigners, the Western interests are laughing at both of you. Because the more you fight yourselves, the more they can take what they need to take. Because in chaos, the West wins. That is why they will sponsor chaos, they will fuel chaos, they will take fake profile pictures of a Nigerian, of a South African, and try to start fights. Because when you're too busy fighting yourself, how can you focus on who the real threat is? Please, Nigerians, please, South Africans, think, and stop fighting yourself.
If you want to be the most hated person, you want people to hate you so much, just be honest. Tell people the truth. Start telling everybody the truth. And everybody is going to start hating you. You know why? Because the truth is always bitter. People like those that lie to them. So start telling people the truth. And everyone is going to start hating you. Such is life. Accept it or leave it.
Notice a lot of us Nigerians on social media here we are trying to switch everything. We are switching it, and we are not ready to take the truth. We are not ready to listening to the truth. What Nigerians and South Africans are not fighting the same thing. No, they are not fighting the same thing. South Africans are fighting against foreigner rights. What is the fight all about? The fight is all about what the foreigner are doing in their country, right? So, and who are those foreigner? Foreigner is not only Nigeria. They are Somalia, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Ghanaian, different kind of foreigner in their country. And all these foreigner, they say Somalia are selling fake food, which is they are dealing with them. But the most people, South African people are targeting, which is Nigeria, which is, I hope you understand. And this particular Nigeria, South Africa people are targeting. They are targeting on Nigerian, but you people need to also understand that this the same Nigerians, a lot of almost other African countries also are also targeting Nigeria, and are not like European country, they are also targeting Nigeria. That means there is problem where we need to correct. We have our own problem. Like we have problem. We need to work on ourselves. Although when you speak the truth, like you hurt majority of us Nigerians, because in example now you go to another person's country, they are seeing your faults. That means something is wrong somewhere. We need to work on our attitude. That is what I always concern. You went to South Africa complain about you. You went to Ghana, Ghanaians complain about you. You went to like a European country, they complain about Nigerian over and over. But we Nigerians, we don't want to hear that thing. We always busy punishing it. Like whenever we are trying to cause calamity, trying to like, I don't just understand that. I don't really understand. We always try to cause calamity. We only try to thinking that to confuse. We think that we are so smart to the extent that we want to confuse almost everybody. No, I hope you understand. South Africans and Nigerians are not face the same problem. Nigerian problem is so big. Okay, now in example, you are in Ghana, it's different president. You are you are in South Africa, different president ruling South Africa. That means the same different president that if you are in Nigeria, you are in South Africa now the same different president they rule you there. If the president of South Africa now control you as a Nigerian citizen in South African. That means when you sit down and you see it, that means the Nigerian president is trying a lot. You go to Ghana, we have different presidents, but people still complain about you there. People still complain about your character, the way you misbehave and do many things. People still complain about it. We should stop manipulating people on social media trying to make a point that it doesn't make sense. The point we are making is not even go with what people are complaining about. Instead of you making a point, you support to now advise to those one who are doing bad things to stop. But you people are trying defending it, punishing it another way. Although we have a lot of video to talk about today, listen to this video.
Mr. Manager, good evening. I just watched your video. That useless Nigerian guy in Ghana saying why we Ghanaians don't have problems with Nigerians. You see, these are the stupid, useless things they always do, criminal things. Ghanaians want them out. They are about 15 million. They are killing people for rituals, children, women, disrespecting, arrogance, scamming, everywhere. They are around 15 million. Ghanaians want them out. So you should stop the silliness of what is. He thinks Ghanaians are sleeping. We know what we are doing. There's a reason why Ghanaians haven't come on you yet, but get prepared. If you are somebody who is clever and you go to social media, nowadays, if you watch YouTube properly, you will see that Ghanaians are preparing for you. It's for over a long time now that we want Nigerians out. We have problems with Nigerians in Ghana more than South Africa have. And we thank South Africans that their government and their police are helping them to get rid of evil Nigerians, criminal Nigerians. In South Africa, you can't do the killings there, but in Ghana, you do the killings because some of our people in office are not bordering. They don't care about their citizens, not in South Africa. So I want people to get this message straight. That useless guy talking that he's a Ghanaian, the whole world can know that you are a Nigerian. So it is silly, ignorant, criminality. And I don't know even the words to describe what you're talking about. Ghanaians have problems million times than South Africans. We are not saying South Africans don't have to take action against you. They are right to take action against you. They won't sit down. The problem in Ghana is that, as I've said, some of our elected officials are the people who are sitting down, and Ghanaians are waiting for them. They will get out of office. They will go out of office very soon. So stop the foolishness of saying Ghanaians don't have problems with Nigerians. The whole world knows that Ghanaians have problems with Nigerians, and we shall kick you out. You wait and see. Just open your eyes and open your ears and see what is going to happen in Ghana. So that silly boy calling himself they are in Ghana, they don't have problem with Nigerians. We have serious problem. You don't know anything. Even today, what is this? Today's the 26th. I watched a video where people, some of you, only mouth you have, no brains. You can't fix your country. You are all over the places. Some of your useless bloggers is talking foolish with that useless accent that Ghanaians are maltreating Nigerians in the northern part of Ghana. Today that you are saying in the morning, getting to the afternoon is when I viewed this video of one of your useless bloggers talking that Ghanaians are maltreating Nigerians. He mentioned about 500 Igbos. You are in Ghana over 15 million, but I can assure you that Ghana is not a place for you Nigerians. There's a reason why Ghanaians haven't come on you yet, and it's going to end within a couple of months. So useless guy, listen again. You are a Nigerian in Ghana. We have 10 million times problems with you Nigerians in Ghana, even more than South Africa. And we thank South Africans that they are standing firmly, and their police are helping them, and their government surely is also allowing South Africans to take back their country from Nigerians. So that is the message for that useless guy. I hope he will be listening, Mr. Manager. Thank you very much, and good evening again. Mr. Manager, yes, what you are saying is what you are saying exactly is the case. Ghanaians love South Africans and vice versa. The guy talking is just stupid. The whole world knows your Nigerian accent. You can't change it. That's the curse you have. And that's why he's mentioning South Africa. Nigeria is big but useless. You can't fix your country. Nigeria is rich but no brains. You can't stay in your country. You're all over the place, scattered. So the curse the Nigerians have when they want to impersonate or pretend to be Ghanaians is always the accent. They can't escape from it. So that foolish boy who doesn't know anything, he claims to be Ghanaian. That's what they are doing. That's why we have to get them out. They always irritate, arrogance, stupidity, no brains. And when they are using Ghanaian passport, all will come to an end. So the whole world is hearing his useless accent, his useless Nigerian accent. He can't be a Ghanaian. But if he claims that Ghanaians don't have problem with Nigerians, then I don't know where he is. He's in a different planet. Ghanaians will kick Nigerians out. You wait and see. So he's a useless person. Everybody, the South Africans surely knows that he's a Nigerian, not a Ghanaian. So I hope you hear the message. And then ignorance, stupidity. We are bigger by no brains, bigger by bigger by negativity, bigger by useless, bigger by can't fix your country. That's the problem you people have.
Good morning, South Africa. This message is for everybody, for both South African citizen and foreign citizen that are residing in South Africa, and those that are out there that do not really understand the cause of Chidimma's denial participating in Miss SA. The cause of it is the same similar case that happens in Soweto. Apparently, Pakistanis or Somalians, the owners of tuck shops, they seems to shot a young man in Soweto, and that has caused residents, South African citizens from Soweto, to actually make owners of tuck shops to evacuate Soweto right now. As we're speaking, there is spaza shop are getting shut down. Owners, even the innocent who did not commit that crime, they have no choice but to shut down their spaza shop. This is why it's causing South Africans to actually have this grievance and animosity toward their African brothers and sisters. I am not here to take side. The cause of Chidima not participating in Miss Essay, it is because of our behaviors as foreign national within South Africa, which has created a certain image toward Nigeria. And of course, you know, wherever a Nigerian is a problem. And we cannot stand here and pointing fingers at South Africans and call them xenophobic. No. We ourselves, we need to look at ourselves. What brought us here? It is because of the behaviors of the foreign national within South Africa. That's why our foreigners have been painted with a certain brush, even those ones that are innocent, that are trying to live and earning an honest living within South Africa. This is what happened to Chidima. I'm sorry. What happened is because of us as foreigners within South Africa. It is not South Africans. We caused this, and we have cost you the Miss Universe, Miss South Africa crown. You could have been the winner. So I'm really, really sorry. And also the whole world, please do not put the blame only on South Africans. Put the blame on foreigners themselves. Because we have turned South Africa into the people they are today. We have made South Africa to do things the way they are doing. And this also goes to our incompetent government. This is part 2 of South African not being xenophobic. And I believe my other foreign brothers and sisters, they will ask, why am I speaking like this? Listen, I'm the captain of the Lord. I observe things and I look at things, and I'm not here to take anybody's side. I deal with fact, with the truth. So look at, for instance, the person who shot the young man in Soweto. I don't know what could be the problem, and I do not support people taking law into their own hand. That's why we've got police and law enforcement within this country to take care of such situations. It could have gone to the police and address whatever matters, whatever differences they had, and then the law was going to take over. So I don't know what could be the cause why that Pakistanis has to shoot that gentleman. But what I'm saying here is this. Look at the action he took, and look at now the innocent people have to pay for it. And one thing I'll also try to ask the South Africans is that, is it possible if we could kindly start addressing the matters with the cause of a crime, whatever that has happened? If there's one Nigerian has been caught selling drugs, is it possible that you guys can actually deal with that particular individual, not to paint all Nigerians with the same brush? Please. And also, I do not blame you as South Africans. And our government within Africa, they have failed us. When they can see, and I believe they are aware of the intensity, the fight, the grievance, whatever that is happening within SA, what is the use of Pan-African? This is where now they need to come in and sit down as the leaders and discuss on how to deal with certain matters, how to deal with certain issues, and to come up with the solutions. And one thing that SA, you must know, is that arresting these foreigners and putting them into your prison for 5 years, 10 years, it's now putting a strain to the taxpayers, because you must now feed them. You must now look after them. And I believe when they get sick, you must now provide medications. Why can't we sit down as African leaders, find a solution? If anyone been caught doing 1, 2, 3, X, Y, and Z, they need to be burned from South Africa. They need to be immediately deported back into their country. Their country shall be held responsible of imprisoning these people and punishing these people. And those particular individuals, they are not allowed to put their foot back in South Africa. I think if we practice this law, it's going to make South Africa a safe.
I hope all you are well and you have already woken up to going to work. The tables are turning. So many people now, they be going street to street for everyone to sign, those who want these new Home Affairs to resign. It's going to happen. The tables are turning bit by bit. I was glad also yesterday, I watched a video where the King of KwaZulu-Natal, he also said something. You can Google and see what he said. Then you judge from there. So if you are afraid to go to work because the Home Affairs will come there, just go to work. Let them come. Let them arrest you. They won't go anywhere with this. They won't go any far. We know what happened to this country. When the Boers came here, they came, the white settlers of this country, when they came to stay here, they imposed a law and they brought what is called apartheid, which means separateness. We saw what happened. Where is apartheid now? This Africa, a black man's nation. Let us also love one another as foreigners and end this chaos. A brother who's working at Megan Bean, yesterday he was hiding in the fridge, running away from the Home Affairs officials and labor officials, the Minister of Labor, I don't know, Department of Labor's officials there. What if that guy could have killed himself in that fridge, freeze and die? Why are you going to be happy now that a human being has died? What wrong has he done? He's working at Megan Bean, where your Minister of Parliament going to eat there. The food that he eats there, the Minister of, like for example, I was talking about this Gwedemantash. He goes to eat there at Megan Bean. But you people now, you are busy. You want to take that job where you don't even have the skills to work there. You cannot even make a magwinya. You cannot even cook in your own house. Can you cook at a Megan Bean? Obviously, you'll be given a kitchen to wash dishes. Do you want that job to work to wash dishes? Let us love one another. You are because I am because you are. A foreign national is a person as you are. And you have 100% opportunity chances. Your president is giving you 450 per month while you are seated at home. A foreign national does not have that opportunity. During COVID, we saw you are receiving packages of food here. But foreigners were not receiving any packages of food. But they survived until COVID ended. That's how you should know how a foreign national is important on your side. Ask themselves, how did you survive during COVID? They survived during COVID because they know how to survive at a difficult situation. He has no papers, he had no ID, but he's able to work and eat, feeding his families back home. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I understand that you are angry, you are disappointed. Why are you angry anyway? Why are you angry? Why are you angry? Why is it that you are not employed? Why? In your own country, with all particulars, with all IDs, books and all that. But you are not working. Why are you not working? Ask yourself that question first. Why is a foreign national being favored of being employed in places like Megan Bean? Why? There's a problem. Some problems are caused by oneself. You are your own problem. And stop complaining. There are jobs here everywhere. Go to internet. There are jobs, they advertise many jobs there. Many skills, all skills jobs have been advertised. If you are an HR, there's an advert there. You have to apply if you qualify. If you are maybe a truck driver, there are adverts for truck driving there. You go there, you apply. Check on internet. I think some of the reason is because you do not go to school. You don't know how to read. Go to internet. You have access. Go to internet there. You will see so many jobs are being advertised. All right.
South Africa has over 500 townships, with 40% of South Africans living in townships and 20% living in informal settlement, squatter camps, right? Townships have an estimated value of 900 billion rand. That is huge. That is serious buying power. That is serious money. Townships are nothing to play with. We are still sleeping on this as South Africans, but that's not my point. Check this out. If you go to Orania, which is a white-only township, it's very clean, very organized. Crime is almost zero. I'm sorry for the comparison, but I'm going somewhere. If you go to Kleinfontein, which is a white squatter camp, it's super clean. A squatter camp.
clean. Who has ever heard of that? There's something wrong with black South Africans, because if you go to our townships, we've made illegal dumping sites everywhere. The crime is out of this world. I mean, if there's a crime problem in a particular suburb, people would come together, gate their community, do everything in their power by themselves to protect their neighborhood. We complain. It's like black people are interested in complaining than in solving their own problems. We would rather blame apartheid. We would rather blame somebody than for us to sit together and do something about this. Check this out also. Over 65% of South African children born in South Africa will grow up without a biological father present. About 20% of South African children have contact with their fathers at least twice a week. That is serious business. If you say, let's talk about these things, South Africans are not interested. But when you say, let's go party, let's go drink, we show up, we pack spaces in our townships. That is very sad. That is extremely sad. I mean, South Africa is ranked the 5th highest alcohol consumers per capita in the world. We are the 5th most dangerous country in terms of crime in the world. I think our index rate is 75.5. That's huge. We are number 1 when it comes to HIV and AIDS in the world. We are showing up for these things. We are not showing up for ourselves. If we are going to move this country forward, we've got to change our mindset. We've got to change the way that we think. The people you don't want to learn from have got something to teach you. We've got to do something about this country, because it's going down, and it's going down fast. If we are not going to save South Africa by ourselves, one of these days, we will be sitting somewhere in another country talking about how great our country used to be. But you and I are the problem, my friend. We've got to do something about this.
Home Affairs is rotten. A lot of people have got citizenship fraudulently. And we had said when we take over, we are going to mass deport all these illegal immigrants. We are going to check all the foreigners' status, and those who are naturalized, those who have ID documents, we are going to verify how they got those documents.
You South Africans, you don't even know the amount of enjoyment waiting for me in Nigeria if I decide to go back now. You don't even know how I will be welcomed there. You see, the day I decide to leave this country, there will be a public holiday there, just because I'm coming. You don't know that one. I haven't told you, but I'm telling you now. You people are pushing me to tell you things. There will be a public holiday for the whole nation, my friend, just because I'm coming. Yeah, I will stop by Abuja to meet with Mr. President, see different personalities, Dangote, Otedola, and few other personalities, to have some official meeting and like a kind of a welcome, because that is needed, because that day is actually going to be a very hectic day for me. A very hectic day. I will go to the eastern part of Nigeria, which is my home side. No, I won't go on road. I'll have to fly. I can't sit in a car, even if there will be a kind of a convoy. But I won't be sitting. I'll fly. You see, for a quick arrival, because the day is very short. When I get to the eastern side, I see the different dignities, or dignitary, whatever they call them. Yeah, I see some artists like me, some musicians, Fino, Flavor, and a few other men from the east. So it's really gonna be a day of enjoyment. You don't know, it's actually a blessing for you to be sharing this word with me. Yeah, such a big personality from Africa. Yeah, it's just because, you know, when the son of a king goes out, like to explore the world, he encounter a few things like this. Yeah, they will ask me. I know they will be asking me a lot about South Africa. Yeah, Like you say, they will come, how is South Africa? Hey, we miss you so much. What's going on there? You won't be happy. I tell them you were beating me. Yeah, I'll just tell them, you people, I will try to cover you guys up. Like, yeah, you people that you were nice to me, even though there was some little beating here or there, but generally you are good people. I will cover you and say, no, I like you guys. Don't want trouble, you see. So yeah, that's the thing. That's how it is. It's just, if you just give me ID now, it will start happening. Yeah, anytime I feel like if you guys miss me too much, you just send me message, say, hey King, can you come visit? I'll just come see you guys. Yeah, it happened like that. That's how it should supposed to be, because you see, to be big, if you are big, you are big. You don't want to miss all this fun. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Make it happen.
If our new Minister of Home Affairs, Leon Schreiber, has his way, then undocumented migrants into South Africa, whether they work in restaurants or in domestic environment or in civil society or roaming, will in fact be chucked out of the country. Now that's nationalism. That's not xenophobia. That is the minister saying, let us ensure that jobs are going to South Africans, and to legal migrants who are applying for asylum in South Africa, absolutely. Let us ensure that undocumented migrants coming into South Africa, for whatever reason, and we understand how pathetic their situation in their own country actually is, but we've got our own problems. Let us understand that those undocumented migrants coming into South Africa are taking South African jobs. The argument has always been that South Africans don't want to work at those jobs. They're not happy to be laborers any longer. They're not happy to work on gardens or be domestics or work in waiting positions in restaurants. But that's nonsense. The average South African who is under the age of 20 or 25 are looking for work, are hungry for work, are prepared to work, are productive, are educated, but remain unemployed, and principally because of those migrants coming into the country. Statistics South Africa would tell you a different story. They're telling you that, in fact, we don't have a problem with undocumented migrants in this country. They are a minority compared to the rest of the population. The real question is, who are they gathering their statistics from? Undocumented migrants are not going to answer surveys. They're not going to say, we're here illegally, and we're working, and we're making money, and we're sending that money back to Zimbabwe or Kenya or Ghana or wherever in Africa we've come from. They're not going to own up to that. They're not going to say it. When Statistics South Africa come knocking, those people are going to fast disappeared. So the bottom line is, Stats South Africa do not know their you-know-what from their you-know-what. The bottom line is, we have a migrant crisis. Ask our hospitals whether we have a migrant crisis. Ask our hospitals whether the medicine and the medical treatment are not going to people who in fact are not South Africans. Now, as Minister Schreiber issues this warning to undocumented migrants, irrespective of where they're coming from, there are a number of political parties who obviously are going to have to start shaking in their boots. Because the reality is, they've depended on these undocumented migrants for votes, for support politically, sometimes even financially. Now, they're going to have to depend on South Africans voting for them. So watch this space. Either Leon Schreiber will be successful, or he will horribly fail, because the rest of the GNU will completely handicap him. Only time will tell. And the real other question is this: will law enforcement play the game, given that there are particular segments of migrants who are responsible for major crime in this country? And we hear day after day, week after week, media reports The last, by the way, being a whole group of Portuguese butchers who were in the country who had been kidnapped. Bottom line is, law and order in this country doesn't exist to the extent it should. It is not a center of excellence. And the question is whether the Minister of Police, who used to be our Minister of Water, will now in fact step up or not.
We need a referendum to remove Ramaphosa and the whole ANC cabal out of the government. And we need to vote MK into government. This is the time, guys. We cannot wait anymore. A lot of plans are being made against us in our country. A lot of very dangerous plans, like they've done it pre-1994. We have to learn now. We need to get all the foreigners out of South Africa. All of them. Anyone who is not an indigenous South African must go. We will also look at the surnames. Which surnames depicts where you're from. We are sick and tired of these people because they are the weapons used by white people against us.
You know what's wrong with this neighboring country? Imagine our neighboring country were protesting. It was nice, it was sweet. But when police came, Banange, they were being carried like a goats which are being taken to slaughter. And people are just seeing them. If by mistake, any Gen Z see the fellow Gen Z is being carried in Kenya, hey, they will deal with those people. They will deal with those people. They will deal with those people accordingly. Uganda, be together. Support those people who are being carried. Don't just sound like confused element. Try and support them. Try and bring them. Imagine they are being abducted by police and you are just there. Abi, Banange. Don't disappoint us.
If you ask me personally, I think we need to give South Africans all the thanks, all the praises. We need to give South Africans adoration, actually. Because if you know what these people have done for Nigeria and for Nigerians, you will really be grateful to them. I mean, you will really be grateful to them. Do you think it is easy to discover a talent? Do you think it is easy? So why am I saying this? Up to now, so many people are still finding reasons to call out South Africans, calling them names, xenophobic people, wicked people, the only African country that doesn't want to accommodate their African brothers and sisters. And we forgot that these people have actually done one of the best things that any country can ever do for us. Discovering Chidinma Adesina, the beautiful Nigerian that was contesting in Miss South Africa beauty what. Do you think it is easy? I am sure that before now, no Nigerian ever know about this Chidinma. She was never existing. Nobody knew her until South Africans raised an alarm. So, we should be grateful to these people. We should not be so ungrateful. As you think about the bad way people they do you, also think for the good what they do for you also, and appreciate them. It's very, very important. Appreciation matters so much. So we should thank them for helping us to discover this new talent. So even if Chidinma goes to the Miss Universe and fails, at least we know that we have her. Even if Chidinma goes there and fails, I mean, nobody could tell if she would have won in the Miss South Africa. But right now she has the opportunity to win as Nigerian Miss Universe. She have every opportunity to win right now. So whether she wins or she loses, we owe South Africans a very big thank you for helping us to discover her. It is not easy. Okay, it is not easy. So it's not every time we come online and be bashing South Africans. No, sometimes let us give them thanks. Let us give them accolade because they deserve it. It is not easy. And for those of you that are saying, yo,
you people gave a white deaf and dumb girl the Misara. It's none of your business, okay? It's none of our business. If they like, let them go to America and bring somebody to represent them. It is none of our business, okay? So let them be. Let them be. We should be appreciating them for giving us Chidinma, you know, for putting her in her rightful place. Nigeria is a great country where so many people appreciate. So we appreciate them for giving us Chidinma single-handedly. Thank you, South Africa. Thank you, South Africans. You guys have done us so well, and we appreciate you people.
Why South Africans used to tell us, go back to where you come from. You Bantu black South Africans, you don't even come from South Africa anyway. Go back to where you come from. Whenever we'd complain about racism or any sort of injustice in the schools, and it would be so funny, like I wouldn't even know how to react. Usually I'm such a quick-witted person, but it's so destabilizing to be in your own country, to be in your own land, and to have someone deny your ownership to that land, to have someone tell you you do not belong to that land. And because of the power of money, people ask me all the time, why don't black South Africans do something? Because there's so much risk, but there's also risk in staying in this situation. And so people are always, you're between a rock and a hard place. Because if we do the wealth redistribution thing wrong, we can be besieged. And I'm not even joking, right? But already we're dying from the necropolitical violence of white monopoly capitalist systems in the country. But the death is slower, so because it's slower, other people think that it is more bearable. Whereas if it were from being besieged because we didn't care, I don't even want to talk about it. Bye, guys.
For you to stay safe and happy in South Africa, there are a lot of things that you must avoid. That is to say, there are a lot of things that you must not do. A lot is involved, but I'm going to mention few. All right, for people that have listen. Number one out of the few that I'm going to mention is drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't sell. Don't smuggle in. Don't get yourself involved in anything that concerns drugs. Like, let South Africans not see you as a drug dealer. Let them not see you as somebody that is doing anything drugs. That is number one. Number two, don't come from behind. Like, don't jump the fence. If you want to come to South Africa, you must come legally. Everything must be pure. You understand? If you want to stay in South Africa happily, you must be pure. All right? You must come in a right way. You understand? That is number two. Then number three, stay documented. In as much as you entered documented, you need to stay documented. If your papers get expired, my brother, try as much as you can to go and renew it on time. It is very, very important. It is very, very important because sometimes these people doesn't want to hear please. You understand? Number four, don't fight their authorities. You see their police, you see their home affairs, you see their security people, and you see their government official. Don't fight them. Don't fight them, oh. Don't fight them. If they come to you, you understand? Calm down yourself. No matter how hot temper you are, bring down yourself. Because you can never be more than the government. It is not happening anywhere. Even in Nigeria, you can never be more than the police. So, for peace to reign, you must dialogue with them. You understand? So that if the case was going to be 100%, it can reduce to maybe 70 or 60. It is for your own good. Don't fight their what? Their authorities. It is very, very important. Number five, don't use their ladies. Don't use their ladies, so. Because the moment they find out that you are using their ladies, you are in trouble. Even their ladies are not safe at this point in time. So don't use their ladies. You understand what I mean by using their ladies? Okay, fine. We all know that everybody wants to get documented. And we all know that when you marry a South African, you know, in a certain, in I think in 5 years or what, you will get document, you will get permanent whatsoever. Now you have to do it in a right way. If you must marry a South African, marry her in a right way. Pay her lobola. Do your court marriage, what. Make sure that your people know that you are getting married. Don't just marry her for your own selfish interest. That is what I'm saying. Then, number 6, stay away from their child. You see, child abuse. It is highly prohibited in South Africa, because I have seen so many old cargoes, old fools. There are people of even people of 50 years. They are going for 18 years, 17 years. All these young girls. These children are too small for you people, man. They are too small for you people, man. Don't do that. It is child abuse. Don't do that. I'm even seeing people that are going as far as dating kids of 15 years, 16 years, 17 years. What for? What for? Are you mad or something? Don't abuse their kids, oh. Don't abuse their kids. Then another thing is rape. Another thing is what? Rape. If a South African lady tells you no, please let her no be her no. Don't try to talk her into, because once she reports you that you rape her, bro, life imprisonment, yo. Life imprisonment, yo. Ghanaians, Nigerians, Malawians, Ethiopians, are you guys listening? If you rape their kids, now life imprisonment, yo. That's if they will not kill you, self. Then another thing, stay away from South African's wife. If a girl is married to her South African man, stay clear. Stay away completely. Stay away, oh. Their men know they use their wife play, oh. Their wife know they use their men know they use their wife play, oh. They can even kill you and spare their wife. At this point, their wife is not the problem. You are the problem. You understand? So stay away from their wives. As a matter of fact, before you have anything to do with a South African lady, you must be very, very sure that the lady does not have a child. Or maybe even if she has a child, make sure that, make your inquirements very well. Make sure that she's not living with her boyfriend or she's not living with her husband. So, be careful. Be careful. So, if there are other things that foreigners need to avoid in South Africa, please put it on the comment section. Thank you and remain blessed. Have a nice day.
Dear South Africans, is it true that Amapiano is a rebranded version of Ghana Asonto? Like, I saw this comment and I could not ignore it. And to make matter worse, this comment is coming from one Ghana music legend. Alright? This guy is a well-known Ghana legend. So, I don't know why he will wake up and make this type of comment. But I had to look into his past comment concerning the African music industry. I saw that there was a place he claimed that Afrobeat was invented and made popular by Ghanaians. He claimed that Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy had to come to Ghana and rebrand before they went global. Now he's saying that South Africans indirectly copied the Ghana music sound and claim it as Amapiano. So it is quite unfortunate. And this is the problem we have. Some of us from West Africa, sometimes we reason out of, I'm not trying to pander for anybody, but I just want to, because there was a time Nigerians also claimed that Amapiano belonged to them, but I know it was just a joke. Nigerians were not serious about it. Even though one of us, known as Asake, our musician, used that South Africa sound to achieve a lot. But today, both Amapiano, Afrobeat is a shadow of its own, and people are not interested in that sound anymore, even though it is still booming, but not as it was way back in 2023/2022. So it is quite unfortunate, and I want to know, South Africans, is there any Ghana sound that is similar to Amapiano sound? Comment and share and like and follow. Thank you.
Yeah, hello. So there are two groups of people or foreign nationals in South Africa that I want to address this afternoon. the asylum seekers on one hand and the refugee status holders on one hand. Yes, at first glance, they all seem to sort of reflect or bear the same meaning. They're here to seek asylum or they're here to seek refuge. However, an asylum seeker would still be on the temporary seeker permits. So within the process of deliberating on the issues or that may have brought them to South Africa, they are still more temporarily considered as seeking asylum as compared to the refugee on the status. Have a good afternoon.
And here we are in 2024, where the white minority owns over 70% of South Africa's land. And instead of kicking your colonizers out, you guys are more interested in kicking other Africans. Now, take a look at this comment. So you want us to add more Nigerians on the 30% we have. Waiting, I want to tell this weary. Like, this guy is not even concerned about how they only own 30% or how the white minority owns 70% of their land. All he's concerned about is the fact that he don't want to share that 30% with Nigerian immigrants. Bro, Nigerian immigrants are not even that much in your country. I made a video about this. I showed you guys the stats. Nigerians are not even among the top 5 immigrants in South Africa. Why is it that you guys are just obsessed, or will I call it, you just hate Nigerians? Because mostly your targets are always Nigerians. What baffles me more is the ability for a common black South African to accept that, okay, they only have 30% of their own land. Like, I accept this. There is nothing I can do about this. Like, people that are not even natives of your continent own 70% of your land in this modern day, like 2024. And then you accept it. But what you're concerned about is kicking out Nigerian immigrants, like immigrants that are native of the continent, Africa. That is all you are concerned about. Something is wrong with South Africans, bro. Something is definitely wrong with South Africans. Nothing you want to tell me. Bro, stop the hate, man. Go and get yourself some real independence. This is 2024. Stop living modern day slavery. Get your independence.
Please tell me this isn't true.
I just found out today that in South Africa, there are some towns where the black South Africans are restricted from visiting in their own country. These towns are only meant for the white. One of those towns is the popular Orania, a town in the Northern Cape province, established in 1991 as a self-declared Afrikaner-only town. The second town is Hermanus, a coastal town in the Western Cape province, where some beaches and some areas are separated from the black South Africans. And the last one that I know about is Paris, a town in the Free State province, where some residents have been accused of maintaining apartheid-era attitude and restricting access to some certain areas for black South Africans.
So you're telling me there are 3 towns in South Africa where black South Africans are not allowed to live or even visit? Wow. South Africa. What's going on here? I thought we're all part of the Rainbow Nation. What happened to Ubuntu? And yet you guys have the nerve to be xenophobic towards other Africans. You're saying, hey, foreigners, you can't be here. Even your next door neighbors. And yet, you can't even visit certain places in your own backyard. If this is true, South Africa, your neighbors are not your problems. You got a bigger fish to fry.
You see, those of you who are already listening to the particular place where you see say the Nigerian person they speak, you see say when you will notice that they are not really contributing to the particular thing where people are complaining about. They are just busy defending. Obviously, I mean they are enjoying doing bad thing. They are not like my own observation. They are not even contributing, telling people to repent, but they are rather busy. They are rather busy defending South Africa. If you not do like this, Ghanaians, if you not do like, they are just busy defending. That mean almost everybody are enjoying doing bad thing. in another people's country. That is my observation in almost all their videos that I'm watching. Because this is where the point is going. They are not following there. They are diverting to different points. Like, I don't get it. And when you say that, oh, me, I'm a Nigerian, then they go tell, oh, you don't like Nigerian. Like, I don't really know the particular thing we are understanding, because majority of people are complaining. Like, whenever you travel to different countries, people are complaining about you. You. Now, it's not time, majority of us, to realizing, oh, these people are, I don't know how we're saying it. You will see them, oh, you hate Nigeria. Me, I be Nigeria, right? I hate Nigeria when I'm in Nigeria. Or how are you seeing me? How are you seeing me? I just want majority of us to change some mentality or not, because when you come up from Nigeria to another country, mean you meet a different president, different house of rate, different system. But you are in Nigerians, you are doing bad thing, right? You still go to, even in Nigeria, the government of Nigerians are tired for the majority of Nigerians, honestly. Now you travel to different countries, people are complaining about you. And you are okay? You are okay. Oh my God. We could change our attitude. That is what me and, although I'll be bringing more video about this kind of issue now, because I don't normally like talk. But now, because I see that this thing is out of control, and I'll be talking now. All right? I'll be talking a lot now. I'll be talking a lot, because we are in different countries where we say, now different president, different role, but we are still breaking the law. We are still breaking the law. And when someone talk, you people will come in to insult that person, attacking that person. Although, I just want to leave everybody here. My name is Master Manager Nigerian News. If you like, change you. If you not change, those people, they go treat us bad. They go tell you, go back to your country. Yes. But when you are doing the right thing, it be so. God bless you. Thank you. And bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe, okay?
No forget to subscribe to Master Manager Nigerian News. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe.